What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and to another hidden feature episode showcasing to you guys some of your suggested features that are unique, specific, hidden, or just rare that not everyone might know about. Of course, do keep in mind that sometimes you are gonna know these features, especially if you play the game a lot, but the good thing is that you're able to recommend down in the comments below any feature that I haven't covered yet, and I will give you credit and post it in an upcoming video if it qualifies on the realm of features that you might not know. Nonetheless, to start this episode, we're talking about a feature suggested by WWE 2K main event, as the user ended up indicating that you're able to set alternate attires as the main attire that show up in the select a superstar menu. And this is actually fairly simple to do, and it does come in handy, especially if you're doing something like universe mode, where if you have someone as part of a group and instead of you having to go and select that alternate attire, you could just set it by default. Of course, you could also do this for exhibition, and the way to get it done is head over to edit superstar, then select the superstar. In this case, I ended up picking Jeff Hardy because I want to assign to him a face paint alternate attire that I downloaded from community creation and make it his default attire. So click on Jeff Hardy, and the first option that you get is attires. Click on it and pick the one that you want it to be the default. Save it for my WWE, which is exhibition, and just play now. And again, also for universe mode if that is something that you want. Then once you do in a match, you will see that attire as the primary default attire. Up next, we're talking about something that's not necessarily new, but it is an amazing sequence that is done by certain heels, and it's certainly not done all the time. So I was pretty surprised when I first ended up seeing it, since it was just cool to see. And in this sequence, you can see the heel exposing the turnbuckle as step number 1, followed by hitting you with a low blow once the referee is already distracted trying to fix up the turnbuckle, and then just pinning you with a dirty pin. That is what I call 1990s and 1980s best heel work you could ever do. So next time you see your opponent being a true heel and exposing the turnbuckle, just try to see what exactly he's gonna do, because most of the time he's gonna use the payback and probably low blow you if that is something that he does, or maybe he might do something completely different that is still dirty. Follow up with more sequence. Let me know what you guys end up encountering. Up next, we got a new feature in this year's game, and that is the fact that the main menu poses. In this year's game, you got a little bit more leverage as you're able to turn the superstar to whatever it is that you want. They look pretty cool. You can literally make it feel like if you're playing a Mortal Kombat game by making their poses to the side, so making them look like they're face to face to one another. But there is a downside to this, and that is the fact that it does make the game load longer before starting the match. So just keep that in mind. The way to get this done is fairly simple. Just go to edit your superstar, then edit the main menu pose, and after you pick the one that you want, just turn your superstar to the position that you want him. And once you save it, it's gonna save in that position. Not sure if this is a glitch or not, as it doesn't give you the option to save the position. Instead, you just save it and it will stay where it was. Moving on to another feature, and we're breaking the fourth wall here because we end up having Corey Graves acknowledging the fact that we are in a video game when Rusev is coming out by indicating that today is Rusev Day 2K19. Apparently, there's others example of Corey Graves breaking the fourth wall with other superstars such as Xavier Woods, but for some reason I couldn't get it to triggered, so I'm not sure what to do in order to listen to that commentary audio. I just know that it was something that you guys ended up suggesting it, so I'm kind of curious to see if any of you guys could help me out on how to trigger it. They do mention that he is a video game nerd, but I'm not necessarily too sure where is the 2K19 reference.
A couple more wins here. We're going to have WWE Rusev Day 2K19 edition. Don't you stop it.
And the last feature that we're covering on this hidden feature episode is a pretty cool one, and one that I hope WWE game end up having presets for in the upcoming year's game. And that is that if you have a superstar who has a championship and is also a Money in the Bank briefcase holder, during the entrance you can see them coming out with both items, the championship and also the briefcase. You could see that the superstar doesn't necessarily recognize that they have a championship, so it's not a championship entrance. Instead, it's a Money in the Bank briefcase entrance, and the superstar just happened to have the championship around his waist. Now do keep in mind that the same superstar cannot hold the Money in the Bank briefcase for the Universal Championship and also be Universal Champion at the same time. But it does work if the Money in the Bank briefcase is for a different championship than the one that superstar is currently carrying. So in Universe mode, you can literally have Seth Rollins as Intercontinental Champion or Tag Team Champion, and of course still be able to have the Money in the Bank briefcase for the Universal Championship. So again, pretty cool addition. The only downside to it is that this is not selectable anywhere. The only way to get this triggered to any superstar is by assigning both the briefcase and a championship to whoever you want. Anyways guys, thank you for watching this hidden feature episode. I hope that you enjoy or found this informative. If you did, make sure to also drop a like on this video, just like the previous one. Let's try to go for 619 like, Mr. 619. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications for much more. We on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Macho T, dig it.